In most cases, the result of any violence between couples ends up badly on children, and this is affecting the education of these children, most especially those coming from the rural setting in Acholi sub-region.
One of the biggest problems that I have seen students facing, both boys and girls, generally is domestic violence. Domestic violence, because if you see 80% of the students that are in fact the whole Omoro district, because I've moved to several schools in Omoro, almost all of them in this one setting. One of the biggest problems that we have come to realize is that most of the students, they stay with their stepmothers. Currently, the biggest problem of domestic violence has brought stepmothers, and stepmothers are giving the worst treatment to people.
According to Uganda National Examination Board, in 2016, 1.8 million children were enrolled in primary 1 class, but only 800 were able to complete primary 7 in 2013.
In fact, there was a time I lost hope in life, but what I mean resilience always stands for me. Because my stepmother chased me from my father, that I have to look for my own place. In fact, she says her eyes does not want to see me because I will repatriate my mother. So what happened? Daddy could not withstand the situation. He had to tell me that, Priscilla, leave. Leave because my wife, I think, is much closer to me than you. So,
according to the locals in the region, men are not only beating their wives, but also chasing them away with their children and selling off the family land, leaving the mother and her children wandering at either relative place or in urban center.
I'm one of example. I have the domestic violence in my home. I'm here taking care of 4 children. My husband came and sold off my land, our land. It is a family land. So I'm just, by God's mercy, at least I've now stayed like 8 years taking care of those children.
Beatrice Apio, the senior woman teacher, Core SAS, says children coming from such family are brought to school without enough personal requirements, and in most cases, their school fees are paid late or not even paid at all.
Most of them are not able to pay to the dot the school fees and the requirements. So that affects many areas of studies. One of them is that affects the reporting to school. When the students are supposed to come to school in the first week, you find that other students are coming the second week, others in the third week. And when they come late, they find when their friends have already been they have done correction for the previous term assessment. They have also learned something much, so it's not easy for them to cope up.
Catherine Lamwara, the woman member of parliament for Omoro district, is currently moving to all the secondary schools and tertiary institutions in the district, providing career guidance, motivating children, especially girls, to avoid early pregnancy, stay in school, and finish their educations.
May I walk without shoes, my dear? Today I can't buy the shoes I want. It's just a matter of time. I went to school hungry. Yes, strong resilience. When I start Form 5, Form 6, going to the university, I didn't have the fees. I didn't have the tuition. It was difficult for me. Who came into my help? The Archbishop of Bulu Archdiocese, John Baptist Sudan.
According to Lamwara, the high rate of teenage pregnancy in the region, especially in Omoro district, is crippling the education of young girls, especially in the upper primary class, and this is becoming a burden to the district.
There are issues to do with level of illiteracy in the community. When you compare the literacy rate of the men and the women, you find for the women is quite higher than for the women. And this trickles down up to the schools. When you look at the schools, the enrollment at schools for the girl child is very high at enrollment stage, P1, 2, 3, 4, it's very high, but in higher classes, it gets so low. And those who succeed to go to secondary, there are very few always. So there's high level of dropout of the girls from school compared to the boys.
According to a report which was released by Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development in 2013, Acholi sub-region was leading in Uganda in the prevalence of GBV cases, which stands at 78%, and in most cases, children are victims of this violence. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.